Hello everyone, welcome to our first episode of the TISOL, the Insured Side of Life. Have you ever wondered why the insurance matters, or you've never wondered? Well, welcome. Our show is about demystifying insurance. We want to make it relatable, we want to make it simple, and we want to make it a little bit of fun. My name is Akinyemi, and I'll be your anchor for this show, and I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have my friend, my colleague, an actuary, an accountant, jack of all trades. I would allow him to do the honors. Yeah.
Thanks, Akiemi. My name is Motomo Linka, and that introduction was priceless. Thanks to my co-host.
You pay me now.
And we both are here to enlighten everyone and everyone know the nitty-gritties of insurance. And I'm here to talk. I'm here to say a lot because this is going to be the pilot episode, and we're going to be bringing to everyone the nitty-gritties of what insurance covers. Brought to you from the stables of Cordros Insurance Brokers. Apparently, you discover that any room you get into in Nigeria today, there's an inverse relationship with insurance. You discover that once at the mention of insurance, everybody leaves the group chat. And then you wonder, insurance is really more critical than this. It's really more critical than what everybody thinks. Is it ignorance, or is it lack of information? Is it meant to be like a lack of understanding? Because once you see, from an enlightening point of view, insurance should be a safety net which covers people from future probable loss. And then you discover that a whole lot of people are not even interested in that. You hear things like, Jesus is my insurance, I'm covered by the blood of God. So many cultural matters. There's so much infusion of a lot of theoretical things involved in insurance. And then you have to, sadly, until something happens to an individual before they discover that, oh, really, I think this thing actually works for me. I think this is what I should do, and this is what I should be doing. But aside that, they are really not interested. Has it ever occurred to you?
Yeah, it does. Because if you prioritize investment, why can't we prioritize insurance? Think of it this way. Why do we lock our doors? Why do we have to use seatbelts whenever we are driving? Why do we have to back up our phone WhatsApp data, messages? It's almost because we are scared that anything might actually happen to all this. And think of insurance in a bigger sense that, you have a car, should anything happens to you, should anything happens to the car, you are not going to break up your investments, or you have to start sourcing for money. Well, you just have to sit back and let your insurance work for you. Just above the paper. Yeah, a lot of people are thinking we just get to pay premium, and then at the end of the day, insurance companies are not ready to indemnify them of their loss. But it's not, because if you actually beyond the paper, insurance is supposed to take you from the place of loss to be able to indemnify you, and then your own property or your vehicles. You don't have to start sourcing for money anymore. Insurance take over everything.
You mentioned some very important and salient points. Said eventualities. Nobody knows what will happen to you tomorrow. You can step out of the room, and then maybe there's a pillow on the floor and you happen to sleep, and in the process of that you get injured. And in the process of that, you had already gotten yourself insured some months back. And we live in a country where inflation is everything that matters. The price can skyrocket by 5 times more than what it used to be, and then the fact that you got yourself insured to a certain sum insured gives you a total coverage and a complete cover as against whatever eventuality.
Exactly.
Coming from a point of view of where I was even coming from, because thinking of it, there was a certain example which I encountered of recent. You get to discover that most times in Lagos traffic, you get to discover that most of the traffic we encounter is caused by maybe a hit and run vehicle, or 2 cars getting in contact with each other, and you see everyone wants to show muzzle, everyone wants to fight, everyone wants to get themselves injured in the process. And you wonder, is it ignorance, or is it lack of knowledge, or like a whole lot?
You see, the Lagos story is even a loss for us to even. I think when me and my friend, if I have a friend of mine that has a vehicle, so whenever we go to gym or probably want to go outside, he's always scared of 2 particular people: keke drivers and keke riders, and also dispatch riders. Those 2 guys, he's always so scared of them.
They do the most.
But obviously, he loves his car so much because the car is baby. But he doesn't want a situation whereby the car gets damaged and everything. obviously he has an insurance company because he can't be my friend and I'll be that car that is not insured. So he obviously has an a comprehensive insurance should in case anything happens to him. And but in Lagos, you see, like as you rightly said, 80% of you just see traffic building up, and then you get to where the traffic is.
You get to discover that it's really
they are just fighting. Some would even, we have a situation whereby they are hit and run. They will start running like they are chasing their destiny. Things like that, it all cause a lot. And then you just think in a chaotic
environment,
just as we find ourselves in Lagos, whereby we have a lot of vehicles, and trust me, a lot of exotic vehicles are in this Lagos. I've seen a lot, like new models, 2025 models, 2024 models on our roads.
We have Teslas on the road, for crying out loud.
Cybertruck, my brother. Like a lot. And then you would think everybody, if in a same country, we all should have a comprehensive insurance that caters for this. Not just for your own vehicle, but also for the third-party vehicles too.
Moving on from car insurance, like you've rightly pointed out. Also, I can recall from my past experience as a toddler. Back then, we were boggled. Apparently, we were boggled. We were robbed. And then, our most choice properties back then was our Akira TV. Sadly, they carted away with all of that. And that has left a traumatic experience in the minds of my dad, such that any moment anyone comes to our apartment past 9 o'clock, that cutlass is always reaching out for it beneath his bed. And then you get to discover that the lack of ignorance and the lack of understanding that this man had, referring to my dad back then, always made him go back to the traditional medium of defending oneself. And that can come with certain loss. Do you know whatever who is coming in is coming with to do? But then to him, that cutlass is a safety net. Meanwhile, insurance could be that safety net and can guide against whatever losses. So I believe what our podcast is going to do is going to share more light to people to know more about what we actually do. Like, it's beyond the premium. Exactly. You're not just paying premium to this certain set of insurance companies and then they don't get to pay you back. You get to enjoy it. Like, also I have a friend, not a friend, but actually a client that almost, I think he owns a Uber driver then, I could recall, I think like 2 years ago. And he doesn't get to worry about anything. Whether he's always he's always prepared. The way he comes, always ready. Not even the way he writes, like, I don't get to send him renewal notices. He just drops payments, and whenever he comes back to probably claim for his vehicle, probably he had his car was hit or something. The way he writes the mails, he writes it with pride, like, oh, I have this backbone. Because he has seen the benefits. Exactly. Once you see the benefit, there's no way you're going to there's no way you're going to think otherwise. Sure, that's the thing. That's the thing. So a lot of people will also wonder, why do I need an insurance broker? What would a broker do? I know broker is just, we are like middlemen. Yes. Yeah, you understand? We are like middlemen. Think of an insurance broker as a personal shopper. I want to get this thing. You just send us on an errand. Give us your budget. What exactly do you want to get? And then they would help you source for the best, and then. So a lot of people, you get to hear a lot of people saying, why can't I just walk into an insurance company and tell them what I desire, what I need, and you get to discover that there's a lot of exploitation that can come from that. Exactly. Because now they don't know the rules pertaining to what it requires to have. They don't know the percentages. They don't know the nitty-gritties of how to go about it. But then you have an insurance brokerage firm standing as a middleman, which could guide you, assist you, help you, in should the case any claims comes, just like what I shared earlier, that when that my client always writes mails to claim for, he doesn't need an insurance company has a flux of a lot of clients they satisfy, and they might not give you they need someone to stand before and then fight for your rights. You get me? Put you at forefront. We are going to be your light in shining armor. How do I put this? We are going to fight for you to ensure that you are properly compensated where necessary. But then it comes at no cost amount at all, because you are getting a professional and you are not paying anything. That's an exciting angle you brought up, but then time will not permit us to expatiate on that, so possibly we are going to be discussing that in future episodes. But there's another controversial angle which I know that a lot of people thinks, and then they really don't want it to come up, and that's the aspect of life insurance. Because I have a couple of examples whereby you go to a particular presentation, and the moment you mention life insurance, the faces of everybody is calm and like they are looking at.
Do you want to kill us?
Do you want us to die? Is that your prayer for us? Is it wrong for us to bring you up here to come and enlighten everyone? But then they get it so wrong, because at the end of the day, you have beneficiaries, you have a lot of dependents, you have a lot of people that look up to you. And then looking at it from that angle, at the end of the day, so your beneficiaries has to be okay, and nobody prays for any eventualities to happen.
We do
but
not know exactly
from
what
past experiences, we know that once people see the benefit of it, a lot of people jump onto and log on to it. It will
jump onto it. I think with more episodes to come, we'll be able to shed more light on what actually what the life insurance policy entails, how to make claims on it, and a whole lot of things will be discussed on this our podcast.
So I'm so grateful to you, Akiemi, and we're thankful for the introduction of TISOL.
Shout out to Cordros for bringing us.
Shout out to Cordros Insurance Brokers for bringing us to limelight. And then this is coming for free, like at no cost, and it's going to be full of enlightening conversations, great examples,
share more
and
stories.
Then the best, like for us to keep going, we need tough questions, we need experiences of people, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and then people have to tell us what they've been through, what their turn down is, and what is even like making them, like what their setback is, what is making them not get involved in the insurance sector, because there's so much under penetration. And then
it's very low.
TISOL is going to take at least do its best in ensuring that there's so much information, and the air is cleared on the necessary things that needs to be done with respect to insurance. So time will not permit us to push on further, but we promise you future episodes is going to be more enlightening, exciting. Like
us, follow us, tell a friend to watch and everything. And in our coming episode, we'll bring more guests, to more professionals, to educate us more, and probably share stories too, for everybody to learn. So until then, so stay safe,
guys. Stay tuned to TISOL. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Stay safe.
Thanks, guys.
Stay sharp. Bye.